Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Alright, get this together. Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders of great millstone. Salutations, your brothers pushing this word with true sincerity and with charity. So I'm just gonna give a little advice, it's really to certain brothers, brothers that deal with this issue. All right. Cause it's not good to drink. All right, it's not healthy to drink a lot neither. All right, and let's say that I'm gonna just say it plain and simple. All right, yeah, we get on, Jake, smoking weed is not healthy, but excessive drinking, all right, is not healthy as well. All right, and it also, all right, you shouldn't be, wake up drinking through the whole day, sun up to sundown, on a every day, every other day. No, man, you gotta. Don't get me wrong. We all have our moments, when we drink, but you shouldn't be a drunkard, where you just an alcoholic, living an alcoholic life, or it's like you can't put the bottle down. That's not good, man. All right, because wine or a strong drink, you drink too much. You're not drinking water, because for one, that's why you get hangovers is from dehydration. All right, and you could be, so much in the bottle, you're not doing what you need to do for your how about Shema shower, or you get to tweaking. You get drunk and you get to tweaking, and that's what this scripture about. This Proverbs 31. I'm gonna start at 4. It said, "It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor princes strong drink." Because they look at, oh, you can't drink, but check this out. "Lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgments of any of the afflicted." All right, so you can't drink if not only you drink and you going off in the scriptures. When you get drunk, you just get to talking. All right, and God damn it, you can, somebody come to you, ask you a question, say you on the line, and you go to the line, you waste it, and somebody, come up and have a question, and you completely butcher the question. But this only happens when you drunk. You shouldn't be drunk. All right, or you get drunk and you can't control yourself. It say, and forget the law. Then you forget, you don't control yourself. All right, you don't know how to be social. When you get to that level, when you get to a certain level, or when you feel yourself getting to that level, you need to take your ass home, or when you or just ride the wave, if once you start feeling good, hey, you maintain that. But when you get to in that shot spirit, it'll never end good. All right, it says give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine to him unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Right? So yeah, you can drink, if you got a heavy heart or something wrong with you can drink just to chill out. All right? But the point is, well, that's why Esau used liquor against the Israelites, because he know we impoverished, and Jake is damn near ain't got shit to live for. So they got a liquor store on every corner, a liquor store in the church. When churches are niggas with these LLCs setting up, because hey, the church is big business. That's why you got guys like Nate, the Bishop Nate, You got the Gorilla Hebrew, that dude, the Gorilla Pegasus now, shit. You know, that nigga that nigga is extremely wicked. You know. So you know, but we can't get to the point where we get to drinking and, you know, because you feeling some type of way, now you find yourself drinking all day, all right, every day out the week, you know, and don't get me wrong, you got to catch yourself. I deal with it too. You that woe is me shit will sneak up on you, or I just want to feel good for the moment, you know, and goddamn it, next thing you know, you've been drinking every day for the past 2 weeks, you know, which is not good, nor is it healthy, you know. You know, you wonder why, you know, your back around your kidneys hurt, all right. Your stomach hurt, you're bloated. That come from drinking too much. All right. So this is First Esdras 3. I'm gonna start at I'm gonna hit 18, but I'm gonna jump down because the point is that I'm gonna start at 21. It says, it's verse 18 in First Esdras. And he said, O ye men, how exceedingly strong is wine, it causes all men to err that drink it. So, like, when you drink it, a lot of motherfuckers get to tweaking, man. Alright, because they can't control themselves, man. Alright? You know, especially when you're an excessive drinker. You know, you get drunk and you get the feeling nice and you can't, you get the feeling yourself and you get the tweaking. All right. It says I'm gonna just keep reading. It maketh the mind of the king and the fatherless child to be all one, of the bondman and of the free man, of the poor man and of the rich. So somebody get drunk, hey, look, everybody is pretty much feeling good because you got some rich people that hang with regular people and walk up to you because they just drunk and they don't care. And they just, hey, look, we just having a good time tonight, you know. It say it turneth also every thought into jolly and mirth, so that a man remember neither sorrow nor debt. So that, and this is why a lot of our people drink, because we don't remember sorrow, or you got debts. You know what I mean? You like you owe shit, you behind the bills, you have a drink, you get to sitting down, chilling. But that's the thing, we got to be able to control ourselves, to be able to have some self-control. All right, just even though we have sorrow and we, you know, maybe behind on bills or something, we don't turn to the bottle. All right, because you turn it to the bottle, you can develop a habit. All right, the borderline drunkenness. All right, drunkardness. All right, because you know every time you have a problem, you want to drink. No, you gotta have some mental fortitude and deal with this shit. All right, and it says, and it make every heart rich, that a man remembereth neither king nor governor, and it maketh to speak all things by talents. And when they are in their cups, they forget their love both to friends and brethren, and a little after draw out swords. All right, but when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done. So you do all of this shit, fight with your friends. You know how many people then, you know, you hear stories about them beat up on their baby mama, or you know, the woman, you know, that's why it's not good for women to be out drinking. All right, because they end up committing adultery. I was drunk. Now, yeah, but you shouldn't have been out anyways drinking like that. All right, you know, especially in public. A woman should be drinking at home. All right, or you know, she in the presence of her husband, or you know, her father, somebody, you know, whatever. You know, but she shouldn't be, you know, out in no club getting fucking wasted, man. That's not princess like. All right, that shit thought like, you know. So you know, you get drunk, you get the you fight you know you get to talking crazy to one another, especially if you don't know how to control your liquor. All right, and that's not a good thing. So just like, you know, hey, look, it's best to not even deal with it. Or if you drinking, if you know you get like this, hey, look, have a drink at home, man. All right. Or like the scripture say, you gotta know yourself. I think it. All right. Let me see. I might have spelled it wrong. This is 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, right? It said, examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? How that Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. So you don't know yourself? All right? And for one, the scriptures say the Most High speak of one yet twice. And you can, if you're a drinker, you can feel yourself tipping. All right, when you at that threshold, you can feel yourself, all right, tipping over the ledge. You can feel it. You can feel it. All right. So, you know, having more self-control, all right, mental fortitude, really discipline. All right, really, that's what it is, discipline. All right, to be able to control yourself when you're drinking. All right, because now ain't the time to be, we too close to the end to be fucking off, especially with something simple as not being able to control yourself when you're out in public, or goddamn it, when you amongst brethren, when you get off the juice. All right, you know, let's look up this word. All right. So it says discipline, control gained by enforcing obedience or order, orderly, prescribed conduct or pattern of behavior. All right. It said a practice of training people to obey rules or code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. It says similar control, all right, direction, regulation, authority. So you gotta have authority over yourself, man. All right, all right. We gotta be able to put our bodies under subjection, man. When you get the feeling good, so you don't go off and offend. All right, because that's what we don't want to do is offend. All right, you know. So, you know, it's just something quick, you know, something that was on my spirit, because, you know, it's been incidents in the past, you know, and me, myself, you know, used to be a real heavy drinker, you know, and I try not to, you know, drink so much during the week, you know, but really on the weekends is when I'm off work and, don't get carried away and you know you buy a pint or you buy a fifth and then you just keep going to drink when you're already feeling good, man. Ain't no need to just you drink yourself, goddamn it, till you wake up and you're not hydrating, and then you wake up with a headache and you're throwing up or whatever the case may be. You get into some bullshit because you couldn't control yourself. All right. So with that, I just hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakodash. Double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And salutation you brothers pushing this word with true sincerity and with charity. Shalom and a blah blah blah.